Hello, it's Josh here from Racing to Profit. Hopefully you can see me and hear me. See me in the bottom right hand corner isn't too much of a shock. The purpose of this video is to talk a bit about Gary's Always Back Winners service, the special offer just for you good Racing to Profit readers. And yeah, to talk about how he does things and what you kind of get access to and to try and bring it to life. Long-term readers will know that I'm pretty picky when it comes to services that I advise you trying. I don't get it right all the time, but pretty much 95, 99% of the time, I have pointed you good folk to services which have been profitable in the long term and continue to be so. Like I said in the kind of explanation below, the introduction below, I think in the last 5 years, in terms of pure tipping services, I can count them on two hands. And in the last couple of years, probably just one. Of course, you get different types of services. You get those that focus on big races, and there's a couple of good ones of them about. Those who kind of do everything daily, big race, flat jumps, and those like Gary who have a specialism, which is generally flat. Well, it is flat and all-weather handicaps and betting each way. And yes, I'm pretty picky, mainly because well, I suppose there's not well. I'm not aware of masses of really, really good services that are profitable long term, especially when tipping in the morning. I'm sure there are plenty more out there that I have yet to come across, but yeah, I kind of talk about the ones I know of and that I've kind of put through my testing regime, which includes trying to get to know the people behind such services in my inner circle, I suppose. I've shared the odd pint with a good handful of them. Yet to do so with Gary. We've had a couple of chats on the phone. I'm sure that will happen at some point, mainly because I think the people behind the service and their intentions are arguably as important or can be as important as the service they run, especially for having faith and trust long term. And that's the kind of thing, as well as the quality of the content, which can get you through losing runs, which, God forbid, every single service known to man has. And yeah, as some of you know, my first year at university, I lost a stack of money backing what I thought was a decent tipster service on paper. That scarred me a bit and made me grow up and made me question things and maybe be a bit more skeptical. And my integrity is rather important to me, and I don't want to send you to rubbish because that's not good for you and it's not good for me. Gary came to me about this time last year, last July, I think it was, or was it maybe a bit later in the summer? I think it was July, around that time, 2019, and said, I've been tipping for 2 or 3 years. He'd had a service. We started on Facebook, I think, then this website came around kind of 2, 3 years ago. And he wanted me to help promote it. I'd never met Gary before. I'd never heard of him. I'd never heard of his service. And so I said, I won't do at this time. Your results on paper look bloody good. I don't know whether they're real or not. That's the reality. This was totally new to me. I have come across services. Well, I think the one I signed up to back when I was 18 probably just made up the results, quite frankly. And that's something always to be wary of, which is why I try to look as part of my role in this world is to kind of sift through and try and find the good stuff for you and the good people for you. So I said I'll monitor during that flat season. That flat season went well. It was kind of up and down for the first 2 or 3 months. And then he had a burst in the last couple of months of the season, which happens with any service, winning around 90 points profit. So that was a good end to the season. I then said I'd help him promote his all-weather service, which he'd been doing in the background, but not kind of publicly. But given I was now confident I could trust his flat figures that he'd told me, and because I'd just seen them live over that summer and how he operated, access to his website, I said, yeah, we'll help promote that. I think I did it. He had a great first month, and then I promoted it a month after, where it still did well from people that signed up. I think 30 or 40 points from when I advertised it through to the end of the winter season before it was cut short, the winter all weather season. And he bought in 67 points or so during that all weather season to bring his total profit to advised stakes, which are mainly 1 point each way, sometimes half a point each way, since the start of 2018 to around 327 points. He has 40% and he's been pretty consistent, as you'll see in a minute when I show you where you can find the results. Pretty consistent winning each way strike rate. Like you see below the video, there's a few kind of other things you should know about how he operates. But yeah, in short, you can access the tips via the website. They normally go up around 8 a.m. on the morning of racing. He averages around 6 to 8 bets per week. And yeah, they're kind of each way bets at each way prices. I've rarely seen him go below kind of 6 to 1. There's plenty of kind of 8 and 10 to 1 shots, and a few bigger as well. And yeah, that's it really. And you get some trackers, which I'll get onto in a moment. But I suppose I should focus on what's in front of us, and we have. Yeah, this is the kind of special offer page, the link of which is below this video. So you can head to this special offer. Gary's a big fan of bright colours. So yeah, you can read a bit about some of the profit there. And yeah, as of yesterday, 42 points up, I think, 26 each way bets. But you can read these details here. 656 points since launching on Facebook in 2015. When he first told me that before, obviously I was introduced to him last year, you know, you think, oh, is that believable? But having seen it all and got to know him, well, it is. And yeah, you can have a look through the spreadsheets and everything yourself. There's some of the winners there, etc. But yeah, you can use this coupon code ABWRTP, always back winners, racing to profit, to get £5 off your first month, which is an 80% discount. And all you have to do is click the link on the page, which you can go to here, which hopefully loads up. And you can see that here, and you can click this join now button here. And all you have to do is put that coupon code in here, which was AWB RTP, and you just apply it. And sorry, yeah, as with all live videos, I put the wrong code in there. So yeah, ABW RTP, and apply. And that will apply the discount. There you go, coupon code applied successfully. The billing details, etc., you can fill there to the bottom, £5, etc. And then you're in. Like I said, you kind of tips around 8 a.m. You can find the tips on the website, on the blog, once you're logged in. And then you can, access, you can see horse racing selections. There was none today, but yeah, you can kind of click through those. I like how Gary writes and kind of engages with you as the reader, I suppose. There's a bit of a review there, quick touch on yesterday's selection, who may still be running, like a few of mine this month, out the back of the TV, but that does happen. And Gary's very upfront and honest about all such things. But yeah, you get the odd review. Like I said in below, he kind of does these 1k to 10k challenges where you can bet a percentage of your bank, so 1.25% of your bank, starting if you started with £1,000 in your bank, that'd be £12.50 each way, and you can kind of hopefully grow that £1,000 bank in time. What else do I want to say? Yeah, so this was a results update. Yeah, there's two more things I really want to say. Ghislaine 1 wins. That was just a quick review of that. You can see the write-up here. That was of the selection, Ghislaine 1. So it's fairly brief but to the point, but educational also, talking about there why he likes the selection, why he's gone for it. This one was half stake, so most of them are just 1 point each way as standard unless otherwise advised. That one was half stakes. Importantly, if you scroll down there, you get the results here, and Gary keeps on top of these spreadsheets daily. He really is one of the best I've seen in terms of keeping results up to date. You can download this spreadsheet to your computer at the bottom if you have Excel, and you can interrogate away these results, so you can look into them, do as much as you want with them. They go back to 2016, I think. They have to level stakes betting and to the percentage of bank using that 1k starting bank, so you can take a look there. Then there's also the other thing I wanted to mention was the trackers. So this is part of your membership as well. Every week Gary will look back and will be adding notes and notebook horses, and he does use this as part of his own betting and to help with the tipping and with the service. So you can see, looking back over the last week, there's various different horses he's mentioned. Of course, you're free to add these to your own trackers if you wish, or to use in your own punting if you like, finding your own winners as well. So it really is a decent little service, really, which isn't just lists of horses as such. You also get write-ups, and you get these trackers, and you get kind of plenty of stuff in the package. So I think that's all I wanted to say. That's the website. The link to that special offer page is below this video. There's various other things written below this video, most of which I think I've probably just talked through, but you can read through the bottom. Like I said, you can go onto the results within Gary's website and interrogate those spreadsheets to death if you want. They're pretty detailed, and of course, if you've got any questions or anything, everything is open in these parts and post below. And if I can't answer the question, I will ask Gary and see if he can do that, and he may well be happy to pop on the blog and answer any questions below also. But like I said, the link below this video gets you 80% off, £5 for your first month. He has had a pretty good June. As I sit here, if I'm being totally honest with you, I'm kind of dreading that I've put the bloody mockers on and he's going to have that kind of 10 to 20 losing run, which will happen at some point this flat season, because it just can't not. Because that's horse racing and that's betting, especially when you're playing the value game, and playing each way bets at kind of 6, 8 to 1 plus. That's the reality of the game. But as you can see, and as discussed, Gary's long-term results on the flat and now the all-weather as well for a kind of year-round package is some of the best I've seen for daily tipping. So with that said, if you would like to take the trial, obviously click the button below this video and you can kind of road test Gary's approach for a month, and you can see if it's for you or not. There's a chunk, kind of 20 or so, that signed up over the winter. They're all still there and they have enjoyed a great June, but with any luck, if you join for a month below, you will stay and become a happy long-term subscriber of Gary's excellent service, and you'll be making profits for a long time to come. I don't think I've missed anything out there, but yeah, like I said, click the button below, post any questions if you've got them. And with that said, I will leave you to get on with the rest of your day, and hopefully Gary will see you as a trialist very soon. But for now, this is Josh saying thanks for watching, thanks for listening, happy punting, and bye for now.